All right. What's going on, everybody? So, today's Sunday. It's a rest day, and I'm not going to be lifting today, but I am going to the store to get some food. So, I decided to bring you all along with me because I am trying to stay consistent with the daily uploads every single day. I'm trying to upload a video, so even on the days that I'm not lifting, I'm definitely trying to pump that content out because I'm trying to grow the YouTube, trying to grow all my social medias. So yeah, today we're going to the store, and after we go to the store, when I'm back at home, I'll show y'all how I clean like my fruits that I buy, because you got to make sure that you're cleaning your fruit from all the pesticides and the herbicides and like the little bugs that the fruit has on them. So you got to make sure that you clean your fruit when you get it, because my diet mainly consists of just meat and fruit. So when I go to the store, I'm looking for, well, first off, I go to Aldi's, which that's where I get like my meat and eggs and dairy. And then I get my fruit from this local farmer's market. It's called Indian Farmers Market in Colony. So yeah, if you want good fruit selection, just go to a farmer's market, because that's gonna normally be your best bet. And like, not like a pop-up farmer's market, like an actual like store farmer's market, because that's gonna be your best bet on getting high quality fruit for good prices too. So check out your local farmer's market if you want some high quality fruit, because that's normally where you're gonna find the best options for fruit. And then, so at Aldi's, I'm looking for, what I get at Aldi's is ground beef, grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef. And then I'll get pasture-raised eggs at Aldi's. And if Aldi's doesn't have the pasture-raised eggs, then I'll go to Trader Joe's and get the pasture-raised eggs, because normally Aldi's or Trader Joe's has the pasture-raised eggs, and I only buy pasture-raised because the chickens that are pasture-raised are eating like insects and things that they're supposed to eat, like things that are in their biological alignment. So when chickens are eating like corn and soy, like the eggs that they produce aren't healthy for humans because those chickens weren't healthy. So then they're eating all that corn and soy, and then when you eat those eggs, you're eating all the corn and soy that they ate. So, and just corn and soy is just not really healthy for humans in general. So I would stay away from like the cage free and anything else besides pasture raised, because pasture raised is like the only kind of healthy eggs that you want. Also, I don't really buy chicken, like chicken breasts and chicken meat and stuff. But if you are gonna buy that, make sure to get pasture raised, because that's going to be the healthiest chicken meat that you can get. And when like animals aren't eating like foods that are in their biological alignment, then like their meat fills up with that corn and that soy, and then you're eating that corn and soy and linoleic acid, and then it just acts as inflammatory properties in the body, and it's not healthy for humans. So you have to make sure to get all pasture raised, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, pasture-raised chickens, and stuff like that, because you really want to be conscious about what you're putting in your body. And I know like a lot of you aren't, because like I know like I'm very selective about what I eat and stuff, and like I know I'm a lot different from other people, but it's just something to be aware of. If you have like any health issues that are just like, if you have any health issues that you haven't like figured out why you have that health issue, then it might be something to look into, as like the kinds of food that you're eating and like the ingredients in the food that you're eating. It's just something to be aware of. And you know, a lot of stuff might not even affect you, but if you have stuff that is affecting you and you don't know and you can't put a reason behind it, like it might be something to look into. So that's but also, so grass-fed, grass-finished beef, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished, and then pasture-raised eggs from Aldi's or Trader Joe's. And then at Aldi's, I also like to get the 100% grass-fed butter that they have. It's like a Irish butter. And then if they have some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, I'll get that because it is raw dairy. Parmigiano Reggiano is raw dairy. So I do stay away from pasteurized dairy because the pasteurization process, you heat up all of the dairy, and it's just, once the dairy's heated up, it changes like the chemicals in the dairy. So like you might not be lactose intolerant, it just might be the fact that all the dairy in like the country is pasteurized. So I like to get raw dairy cheese, which Parmigiano Reggiano is raw. There's also some other ones like Gruyere is raw cheese, and there was another one that I have, but I forgot the name. But yeah, so grass-fed, grass-finished beef, pasture-raised eggs, 100% grass-fed butter, raw dairy, and cheese. And like, cheese is one of those things where you can find in almost any store, like raw cheese. Like raw dairy cheese is one of those things where you can find in any store, but like you're not gonna find like raw milk, raw cream, like raw yogurt and stuff like that, like raw dairy yogurt. But you're not gonna find that in like your modern store, but you have, like, you're definitely gonna find some raw cheese. So that's just what I like to do, is get some raw cheese, and then I'll put that over my food, just like shred it up over my food, and it's really good. So that's what I try and look for at Aldi's. And then at the farmer's market, I'm looking for, this is what I like mainly eat. I'm looking for strawberries, blackberries, seeded grapes. I only buy fruit with seeds in them. If you're buying fruit with seeds in them, then like you just might want to stop, because just think about like how fruits are made. Like there needs to be a seed for reproduction in these fruits. So if there's not a seed, like how are they reproducing? Like it doesn't make any sense. So you got to be aware of that. Also, so strawberries, blackberries, grapes. I'm also getting cucumbers. A lot of you might think that cucumbers are a vegetable, which I don't eat vegetables, but cucumbers are actually a fruit. So that's why I like them, and cucumbers are great for you. Very healthy, very hydrating to the body and the skin and everything. So cucumbers, and then I'm definitely getting avocados. I'm gonna get a ton of avocados, because avocados are just like, avocados are a fruit also, and they're just insanely healthy fats for you. Avocados are great for your brain, for everything, your hormones, everything. Avocados are probably the top one fruit. If I had to pick one fruit, it would probably be avocados, honestly, because there's low sugar, almost like no sugar at all. It's all fat, and it's all healthy fat for you, because as humans, like, we've demonized fat in our society, but like healthy fats are what humans are supposed to be eating. Like when you eat that, it helps you burn fat. It doesn't add fat. Like the only reason people get fat is because they're in a surplus of carbs. Like they're in a caloric surplus with all these carbs, and that's what makes you fat. Like healthy fats don't make you fat. So healthy fats regulate your hormones. Your brain is 80% fat. So if you want a healthy brain, a healthy operating brain, you need to eat high fat so you can give those nutrients to your brain that it needs. You need to eat high fat if you want to be a healthy human, if you want healthy hormones, everything. That's why a lot of people's hormones are messed up today, is because we've demonized fat, and they think that fat is bad for you, so they should avoid it. Like, you need to eat eggs, beef. Like, when I'm shopping for beef, like, I get the highest fatty beef. Beef, eggs, avocados, cheese. Cheese is fat. Like, these things are so good for you, and they're so good for your hormones, and if you're not eating them every single day, then you're missing out. Like, honestly. Also, olive oil, high fat, it's great for you. Olive oil is so good for you. Like, I always drizzle some olive oil over my ground beef before I eat it, because it just makes it so much better. So, I'm about to get to the Indian farmers market, and then I'm gonna shop up, and so after I shop up, I'll come back in the car and I'll film everything that I copped. So you guys will see that now. Let's go. Alright guys, so I just finished up at the Indian farmers market, and I'm really excited because they had seeded watermelon, which they haven't had since it's been winter and fall. It's not in season, but it's like spring, summer season now. So they have the seeded watermelon, which I'm really excited about, but I will show you what I got also. So So I got red seeded grapes, I got 12 avocados, I got blackberries, I got lemons, cucumbers, one coconut, the seeded watermelon, and some strawberries down there. So I'm really excited about all that. So next I'm gonna head over to Aldi's and get the beef and the eggs and the butter and the cheese. So I'll see you guys then, and I'll show you guys what I got. Let's go. Alright guys, so I just stopped at the first Aldi and they had no beef and no pasteurized eggs, but I did get some butter, some Irish butter, 100% grass-fed, and the raw cheese, so I got the Gruyere, it's called Lustenberger, and this is the Irish butter. It's 100% grass-fed that I like to get, but they had no beef or pasteurized eggs, so I'm gonna stop at another Aldi's, see if I can locate some grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef, and then if they have pasteurized eggs, I'll get them, but if they don't, I'm gonna have to go to Trader Joe's to get those. But let's see what I can get my hands on. Alright guys, so like I said before, they did not have ground beef at the Aldi's I went to, so I'm going to have to stop at another Aldi's, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. I gotta get this ground beef because I gotta eat for the week, and I gotta locate some pasteurized eggs as well because I gotta eat for the week. So if you wanna perform at your best self, you gotta be eating like top-notch quality food. So you know, it is what it is. It's a Sunday, I got time, there's nowhere to be, so I am about to go to every single Aldi in a 30-mile radius. If I can't locate some ground beef at this Aldi's, we're going right to the next one, and then right to the next one, and then right to the next one, and I will find ground beef somewhere. I don't care how long it takes me, I will locate some ground beef. But at the first Aldi, I did get the dairy, so I got butter and some raw cheeses, so that'll be good, but I do gotta locate the ground beef. It's really unfortunate that they didn't have it, but I will tap in once I locate some ground beef. Alright guys, so I just stopped at the second Aldi's and they had no ground beef or pasteurized eggs, so I'm about to go to the third Aldi's to look for this shit. Like I said, we're gonna get ground beef. I don't care how many Aldi's I have to go to. I'll go in a circle around my whole area, visiting every Aldi to get some ground beef on this Sunday. So I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so I just stopped at the third Aldi's and they had no ground beef or eggs. So now I'm going to the fourth. If there's no ground beef at this Aldi's, then I'm just gonna go to Trader Joe's and get ground beef there, because I'm really getting sick of this. But you know, it is what it is. I do gotta get food, so I'm just gonna go to Trader Joe's and get the ground beef there because this is ridiculous. Alright everybody, so the Aldi's did not have it, so I just stopped at Trader Joe's and I got pasteurized eggs and a couple ground beefs. But so here are the eggs. The ground beefs are down there. I'll show you them when I get home, but that is pretty unfortunate. I went to like 4 Aldi's and they didn't have any ground beef, so I just went to Trader Joe's and got it. But it is what it is. So now I'm gonna get home and show you guys how I clean my fruit. So let's go. Alright guys, it's the first watermelon of the spring summer season. The first seeded watermelon back in how many months? Like 6 months?
Yes, so exciting.
6 months. Seeded watermelon. Look at the seeds. Look at seeds. Looks pretty juicy.
Amazing.
I'll taste test it. Cut it open. Make sure to find some seeded watermelon where you live. Get some seeded watermelon because it's the greatest thing ever. Cut it open. See the seeds. The seeds. Now we gotta see if it's good or not. I tried to get the best one, but no. Sometimes you miss the mark, but it's okay.
Sometimes the first of the season aren't great.
A little pink Himalayan salt, just for that extra flavor. A little salt. Get close up. Get this. Can you see that good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now taste test. I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10. I've definitely had better, but it is seed watermelon, so gotta be grateful. Alright, so this is all the fruit and stuff that we got. Now I'm gonna show y'all how to clean the fruit. So this is everything: cucumbers, strawberries, blackberries, seeded grapes, avocados. You don't have to clean. And lemons. And yeah, let's go. Alright, so first couple things you need to clean off all the fruit of the pesticides, herbicides, and all the bugs are some baking soda and some distilled white vinegar and a spoon. These are the 3 things you need, and a strainer and some bowls to clean it all up. Alright, so first you need a strainer. You take all your strawberries, put your strawberries in the strainer, just like this. Make sure you're only getting like organic stuff, because you don't want inorganic fruits and stuff.
Less pesticides.
And then if there's like ones that are bad, throw them out.
Stop! I'll eat those. They're not bad.
Then you take your strawberries, rinse them off with some water, just like that. Rinse them off for a little, and then put them in a bowl, just like that. You take your water, fill up the bowl with water, and make sure you get all of the strawberries completely submerged, just like this. Fill up the bowl. You want all of the strawberries submerged completely so they're floating around in the water. And then next step, you need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of baking soda powder. Just pour it over. So that's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and 3 tablespoons of baking soda. And then just stir it around a little. Just make sure all the powder is dissolved into the water. Stir around, and then take some distilled vinegar, white vinegar, and then just pour a little over everywhere. It should foam up a little, and then so this creates just like a cleansing thing to clean off all the pesticides and remove the dirt and like the little bugs that are on the fruit and just everything. So, and then you want to leave this for like 5 to 7 minutes. So that's the strawberries, and then next do the blackberries. All of your berries and your grapes, you want to make sure to really clean off good, because the berries and the grapes are like, strawberries are probably the most sprayed with pesticides, and then like all of your berries, like your blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, so all the berries and the grapes are the most sprayed. And just rinse them off. So rinse them off first, and then put them in the bowl, and then fill up so all the berries are completely submerged in the water. Make sure you get enough water, and then so these I'll probably do 2 tablespoons of baking soda. So 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons baking soda. Mix it around. Make sure all the powder's dissolved. And then take vinegar, a little bit of vinegar in the bowl. That is foam. That's what you want to see after the vinegar goes in, is the foam. I'm going to mix it around a little. Mix your strawberries up. And then just leave that for like 5 to 7 minutes. And we'll get back to you after that. So I also want to show you guys the ground beef I got. So we got organic ground beef, 100% grass-fed ground beef. Make sure you get grass-fed, grass-finished, 100% grass-fed ground beef. And we got 85 lean, 15 fat. I'm always getting the beefs with the higher fat because you want to make sure to eat a lot of fat because your brain's 80% fat. Fat regulates your hormones, so make sure to eat high fat. So we got that ground beef, and then got pasture raised eggs. Always getting pasture raised eggs, and then we got the 100% grass fed pure Irish butter, and then we also got some cheese, raw dairy cheese. So we got the Gruyere from Switzerland is raw cheese, as you can see on the ingredients. It doesn't say pasteurized, so it's raw cheese. And we also got this other kind, Luttenberger, is raw. So if you want to incorporate some raw dairy into your diet, but you don't know where to start because you can't find raw dairy in normal stores, just start with some raw cheeses because it's the easiest way to get raw dairy into your diet. So check out your stores because all stores have raw cheeses. Alright, so it's 5 to 7 minutes later, and so the next step of this is take your strawberries that are clean now, pour them all in the strainer, get them all in the strainer. There's a few stragglers, just put them back, and then so you're going to rinse it off again after they've been cleaned, just like this. Rinse them off, let them drain a little so it's not like pouring water everywhere. Let them drain out a little. Then you just get some paper towels and put them over the paper towels so they can dry off. And then just let them dry for like 10 minutes. Just let them dry off like this over some paper towels, and then you just let them dry for 10 minutes. Then after the 10 minutes, we put them in the containers, and we don't want to put them in the containers wet because then they'll get like soggy and like mold will grow easier. So, but next, take the blackberries in the strainer. Wash them off again, rinse them off. And boom. Let them strain out a little. Get all the water off, and then put them on the paper towels to dry. Just like that. So this will sit here for like 10 minutes and just dry off. So then they're nice and dry when we put them in the containers, so they don't grow mold and they don't get soggy. So. Alright guys, so next up is these grapes. So these are the grapes that are unwashed, and this is the before. As you can see, there's like it's like powdery like stuff on it. They're not glossy, there's like powdery stuff on it. So this is the before, and then I'll show you guys the after. They're gonna be shiny. And right now they're just like have this stuff on them, which is the pesticides. So we want to clean that off. Alright, so these are the grapes in the water that they're being cleaned in. All I put in here is 3 tablespoons of baking soda and a little bit of distilled white vinegar to clean off all the pesticides, and then you'll see the after, they're nice and clean. So as you can see now, there's like this powdery dust on them. So after they spend like 7-8 minutes in here, they'll be nice and cleaned. Alright, this is post cleaning. As you can see, they're nice and shiny. That's how you want the grapes to be, is they reflect light, they shine light off of them. That means that they're clean. If they look powdery and like they have this powder stuff on it, then you gotta wash them. And this is clean grapes, nice and shiny. This is what you want. So this is after all the cleaning. Strawberries, blackberries, cucumbers, and the seeded grapes. And then this bowl is for everything that doesn't fit into the containers. So I clean the cucumbers just for like a second. I just rinse them off. But these strawberries, blackberries, and grapes all get soaked for 5 to 7 minutes. So this is the finished product. Now that the grocery shopping's done and we cleaned up all the fruit, now we're gonna make some lunch. And this lunch is perfect. High fat, high protein, everything your body needs to thrive and to have healthy hormones and everything good that you need. So, got 6 eggs, pink Himalayan salt, some turmeric, grass-fed ground beef, raw cheese. This is from Switzerland, raw cheese. Then the pure Irish butter to go into the pan, and then 1 avocado. Let's go. All right. So we got the grass-fed butter, Irish grass-fed butter, going in the pan. Make sure to turn the vent on. You want to keep the vent on so all these fumes from the gases you're not breathing in. It's bad for you. So always turn the vent on when you're making food on the stove. Grass-fed butter. Just a little bit. In the pan. And yeah, that's what you need in the pan. And then we got ground beef. I'm gonna cut this open. Melting the butter. Pan, nice butter everywhere on the pan so it doesn't stick when you put the food in. And this is how you gotta be eating if you want healthy hormones, you want high energy, you want to sleep good, you want to reduce depression, reduce anxiety, just feel great about yourself. You gotta eat like this, high fat, butter, cheese, red meat, eggs. No, there's no BS around here. All real ingredients, nothing fake. Eating the highest quality food no matter what. That Chipotle bowl that you get every week, that's $25. This is cheaper than that, so there's no excuses. There's no excuses. All that DoorDash that you're getting, I know that's more expensive than this is. So saying that eating healthy is expensive, it's all cap, it's all BS, because this meal right here is cheaper than $20. So, and a Chipotle bowl costs more than $20. So there's no excuses, zero excuses here. Got to eat real whole food, high fat, high protein. So ground beef going in. Get this close up. So now we're gonna break this up. Break up the ground beef. This ground beef is sticking together. Break it up. So this is the first thing that we put in the pan. Ground beef. Break it all up. You want it to be broken up. You don't want it to stick together. We're not like making burgers or anything, so break it all up. Get this close up. Ground beef. Now that's all broken up. Take your pink Himalayan, store it in glass, pour it over just a little bit, and then get some turmeric. This is great for your brain health and to reduce inflammation. A little bit of turmeric over. You gotta be very careful with the turmeric since it stains everything, supposedly. And then now that we put the spices on, just mix all the spices in. So the parts where it didn't get put on. Mix it all in, mix it all in. So with ground beef, I don't really have a set time. I just put it on like low medium heat. So with ground beef, I just cook it on low medium until the majority of it is brown, but I like to leave a little bit of red spots in the ground beef, but the majority of it's brown. So I'll leave this in the middle of the pan, but once I add my eggs, I'll push it over to the side because I don't want to mix the eggs in the ground beef because I want to keep my eggs like sunny side up eggs. And sometimes I do just mix it all together, but then like you can't really taste the eggs. And I like to taste the eggs. I like to taste the yolks because it tastes really good. So I like to preserve the sunny side up eggs. So I'll just mix that up. So once the ground beef starts getting a little more brown, I'll push it over to the side and add the eggs. With the eggs, they cook faster than the ground beef. So push this up and stuff. But normally it'd probably take like 8 to 10 minutes to cook it. This is high protein, high fat. Like if you eat this, like in the mornings, like not first thing in the morning, but around breakfast time, you'll be fueled all day. So we got 6 eggs, 1 egg, and I like to keep them sunny side up. I don't want to break up the yolk, just because taste-wise, it's really good. 2, 3. 4, 5, 6 eggs. And 6 eggs in the pan. Ground beef cooking up. So the ground beef still has a lot of pink left, but by the time the eggs are done, the ground beef should be perfect. And remember, I like to preserve my yolks for taste. And then I'll just season the eggs with salt, a little bit of turmeric, and yeah. Ground beef is ready. It's mostly brown with a little bit of pink. So, scoop up the ground beef. So the ground beef goes in the bowl first before anything else. Scoop it all up. Make sure you leave a little pink in the ground beef because there's a lot of nutrients that if you cook it all the way, some of those nutrients get, like the chemical reaction makes them disappear, so you gotta leave a little pink. That's where the good nutrients are. While those eggs are still cooking, I like to come over here. Take a little olive oil. It's not gin, it's just olive oil in this bottle. And then open it up, pour a little olive oil, ground beef. That was a lot of olive oil. Then take a little raw cheese, and then over the ground beef. But we're not done yet. Still got some more steps. Get all that raw cheese over. Ground beef. Little more. Alright. And take your avocado. Put the avocado on one side of the bowl over the ground beef. Just like this. Avocado's great for your brain health, healthy fats. That's how you gotta be eating. High fat diet. Healthy hormones. And then take a little pink salt again and just over the avocado. If you don't like avocado, put a little pink salt over it and you'll change your mind about it because the salt on the avocado tastes really good. And then now we'll get the eggs cooking. The eggs are pretty much done. So I'll just over here. Take the eggs, put them on the other side of the bowl that the avocado is not on. Get close up. Sunny side up eggs, right on this side. Get everything out of the pan. All these nutrients. Alright, now take the remaining raw cheese that we have, put it over the avocado and the eggs. Just like this. High protein, high fat, optimal health. And it tastes great. Optimal. Raw cheese, avocado, pasture-raised eggs, 100% grass-fed, ground beef, and it tastes as anything. It tastes as good as anything you could ever buy. Alright everybody, so I just finished up that meal of pasture-raised eggs, ground beef, avocado, and raw cheese. It was a 10 out of 10. Make sure you try that. Go get the ingredients from any store and try it out because it is delicious and it is really healthy for you. So that's going to be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tap in, let's go.